Hey guys, so today you might be able to tell I am not in my house. I am currently in Richmond, Virginia with Brucey, and today we're gonna go hiking. Hopefully the weather participates with the hike in a good way, because it would be great for it not to rain. But yeah, so I wanted to do yoga flow this morning, kind of to honor the full moon, because I have felt crazy, but it's had an underlying like good feeling, but also crazy. So I thought we could do a balancing flow, and just kind of like grounding, so we don't, I can only speak for myself all the time, but sometimes it's cool when you talk to your friends or really anyone about how you're feeling at the current moment, and they're like, oh my gosh, I feel the same way. And you're like, maybe there's something to that. So I don't know if you need this, but if you do, here's a nice balancing flow for us to share. Okay, so let's start by warming up the body. I am completely not warm. I'm very cold. We just woke up, and then I took Brucey for a little walk, and yesterday I was in a workshop for a lot of hours, and I didn't really get a good flow in, just some little stretches in the morning. So to kind of just start and wake up our body, let's move our body from side to side like this, and just keep your arms really like loose and floppy. And you can kind of slap your hands when you come around into your ribs. Not hard, you don't want to hurt yourself, but just to kind of wake up the internal organs and get things moving. Brucey's eating the rest of his breakfast. Love that. So this, I believe I learned this in Tai Chi, and it's just a nice way to open up the energy in your body. So that's what Tai Chi is, energy, but it's all about how energy flows through your body, and it's very cool. So then we could do some chest hits. Again, not hard. We're not trying to hurt ourselves, but we're just trying to open up the energy in our diaphragm. You may cough. Get things moving, get things flowing, so we can have some good breath. We could come up and down, opening up the energy in our legs. Again, you don't have to be violent. Just be kind of lovely. Give your body love. Feel your body up. In a good way. If you don't have anyone touching you, touch yourself. In a nice way. Okay. Okay. So after you've done that, just kind of move your body in whatever way you want. Roll your shoulders out both ways. Kind of shake out your hips. Oh, my poor hips, man. The way I sleep, it's gonna be the death of me. Okay, now let's do some neck rolls. I don't know about you, but again, when I wake up, the way I sleep, 9:28, is always very rough. So let's just drop our head to one side, and we'll roll it. We can roll just half circles for now. I can really feel it here, so I'm gonna stay here for a little bit. circles with our arms. My shoulder always does weird things when I do that, but whatever. Okay, so now let's do some bends to wake up the spine. One thing I remember learning is if you can do a back bend, like if you have a very limber spine, that's like a sign of youth. And you could be 70 years old, but still have a very youthful body because you keep your spine very fluid. So keep that in mind. I mean, it's just a wonderful thing to add any type of spinal stretches to your practice. So that's what we'll do right now. We'll put our feet together, big toes touching. Again, I always like to spread my toes as much as I can to give it a little bit of a stretch as well. And then we'll come up and you could put your hands together. You could put it kind of in like a pew pew kind of formation. And then we're going to kind of bring everything up. You want to keep the chest, keep the belly engaged, keep the chest pulled down. So you're not like this, basically. Don't do that. Kind of bring it all in, tuck it in. And pull your shoulders up. And then once you reach that point where you're like, okay, I'm getting a lot of resistance, we're gonna drop it to the left. And we're gonna push out our right hip. Oh, it feels so good. And then we're gonna look up if we can. Stay for a few breaths. Come up. Oh my goodness, my right hip needed that. Let's do it on the other side again. Bring it over. My left hip, not as much. But my right hip, oh my goodness. Let's see here a little bit. And you do the same. If you feel, I've mentioned this before, yoga is, the intent is to always balance the body. So we always do what we do on the right side, we always want to do it on the left side to balance it out. If you have an individual imbalance, spend more time, because you can feel it. That's what it is about when you connect with your breath. You can feel anything in your body that's saying, ooh, this feels tight, this feels a little off. You can spend more time. So I'm just gonna spend a little bit more time on my right side, because I know, I feel it. Okay, let's do a back bend. So same premise, we're just gonna go back to the side. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Come on. Ooh, nice, very nice. Okay. Cool. Let's do a sun salutation to kind of move around, kind of shake out the hips. Okay, cool. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh, baby, yeah. Just what the doctor ordered. I like to, sometimes if you want, like, I always like to play. I'm a very playful person, and I don't like to take shit too seriously because God knows we're all gonna meet the same end. So what are we competing for? What are we trying to prove to each other? But I like to play here because I can, again, feel what's going on in my body, shake it out, bend it out, and just do some cool, weird things. Cool, weird things are kind of my vibe. So let's come back into plank. Breathe in, breathe out, come up into upward facing dog. Oh, yeah. And downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. Yes. And you can kind of twist a little bit in here if you want. So bring your head from side to side, and as you do, you could bring that your shoulder down. So I'm looking to the right, so my left shoulder is coming down a little bit more, like so. And I'm just gonna bring up the leg, open up the hip. Oh my goodness, feels very good, very, very good. Do the same on the other side. And then you can hop, step, or float up. I'm going to, again, space out my toes. I'm doing it a little more. My fingers, bringing my fingers in between my toes and just kind of stepping on them as a forward fold. And again, spacing out my toes. You could bend here. Give your feet love. Don't stick your feet in shoes that don't fit. I did that all throughout high school, and God, am I paying for it now? Don't wear shoes that like come to a point. I know they're really cute, I get it, but like feet are so big. They are the first thing that creates balance and stability on our bodies from the ground up. So I mean, honestly, do whatever you want. It's your life. Like, don't listen to me. But if you want to, be good to your feet. Okay, so let's do reverse swan dive up. Breathe out. Oh, baby. Now we're shaking. If you just did that with me, I hope that you feel this, because of what I feel right now is just, I can do this. Life isn't that bad. No, I'm just kidding. Life is fine. Okay, so let's start with a wonderful balancing, grounding pose, and that's tree pose. I love tree pose. So what we're gonna do is we'll start on the left leg. So we're gonna take our right leg and kind of turn it out and bring it to meet our left ankle. And if you want to stay right here, that's totally fine. So this is the kind of foundational tree pose. If you want to intensify it a little bit, you could bring it up to your calf. If you want to intensify it a little bit more, you could bring it up to your thigh, the middle of your thigh, not on your knee. So just make sure that you're putting any pressure to the middle of your thigh and no pressure is going on the knee. And then we can articulate our tree with our leaves, because now we are trees. We can kind of stay here. You could put your hands at heart center. You can move and sway as if the wind was blowing through your leaves. But let's just stay here for a few breaths. exact thing on our right leg. We'll kind of bring our left leg out a little bit and bring it to our ankle. Stay right here, and you can articulate your tree. You could come here. You could bring it up to your calf. Stay right here. Again, not putting any pressure directly on the knee. You could help your leg up and place it in the middle of your thigh. And the same thing. Do whatever you feel. Sway a bit. Stay still. Take it all in. Stay here for a few breaths. Okay, you could help your foot out of there. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. It's such a lovely pose. I really, really love it. Okay, now let's do a little bit of, let's do a sun salutation again just to reset, and we'll go into another balancing pose. Breathe in. Halfway lift. Oh, baby dolls. Shake your tail if you want to. Down. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So let's bring up our right leg. I just like to stay here a little bit. Then we can bring it through. Stay. You can come up into high lunge. Ooh, mamacita. Bring your leg down. This is just so nice. Friday morning. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of an easy twist here. And then if you want, you could bind and you could grab your foot behind you with your right arm, right hand. It's okay, Brucey. You don't have to. There's a laundromat underneath us. So if he hears anything, he's my guard dog. That feels so good. It's okay, Brucey. They're just doing their laundry. You don't have to worry about them. All right, let's do the other leg. Let's bring it up. Baby, I swear it's okay. Bring it through. Good boy. Hey, good boy. It's okay. You're so good boy. Good boy. Okay, we'll come into high lunge. Oh yes, feel it. It's just their car. Now they're just bringing the laundry into their car. You see? That's how it works. I know. I know. They're like, I want the laundry too. I love laundry. He's a laundry fanatic. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So here we are in low lunge, and then we can go into our easy twist again on the left side. Right down. We could pick up our. Ooh, feel that stretch, baby. Oh my goodness. It's okay. All right. Then we come out and come down back into downward facing dog. Come up. Ooh. some time here if you want. You could take your peace fingers and grab your big toes and kind of bend your elbows just to make this forward fold a little more intense. Your knees, release your back, and then come up. Oh my goodness, really just feels so good. Okay, now I feel like dancer's pose looks more intimidating than it is. And I say that having a knee injury in the past, and when I first started doing yoga, it just hurt. And I needed to find ways to balance my body and listen to my body and adjust my body to a place where I was like, okay, I feel comfortable doing this now. But if this is the first time that you're doing dancer's pose, hold on to something. There's no shame in any game, ever. So if you want to try this, just have something to balance on to get your body familiarized with it. That's all it takes. That's why it's called yoga practice, because I don't know if anyone ever, like, in the history of all time has been like, I have successfly performed all of the yoga asanas to perfection, because that's not even the fucking goal. You know what I mean? So, you know, I talk too much. All right, so we're gonna do dancer's pose. So we want to begin by taking our right hand, and we're going to have it down by our sides, and we're going to turn it out. So we're going to turn the palm out to the side, and we're going to bend our right knee, and we're going to reach our hand back and catch the inside of our right ankle. So right here. Then we're going to lift our left arm or hand up, and we're going to, as we lean forward, we're going to kick our leg into our right hand and bring it back. And yeah, you could fall out if you want. Bring it back. Oh, baby. And so you may feel that in your left calf, because your left calf is really expected, or your calves in this pose is really expected to be strong and stable. And that is developing strength and balance. Okay, let's do the other side. Same concept. Arms down. We'll turn it to the side. Catch it with our hand. We'll bring our right hand up, come forward. No, Brucey, it's okay. Some sides may be easier than others. Obviously, this right side has a little more strength for me than the left, and I felt that, and that's okay. So if you want to feel that out and I'm gonna come back to my left, just give it a little more love, like a little more time on it. I'm gonna do that. Feel free to do your own side that you felt was a little, maybe needed a little more love and attention. That's really all it's about. It's okay. Good boy. I know, you're a very good boy. Okay, so hopefully you can feel your body and just what kind of engages when you're balancing. That's what we're looking for, to keep all of the craziness, I don't know, stable. So now let's do one more sun salutation, and we can start cooling down. We can do some things balancing on the floor. So breathe in, breathe out. Ooh, halfway lift, and hopefully your body's feeling good. That's really the main point. Facing dog. Downward facing dog. Oh yes. I really like to come into plank and then just like hover my knees. I'm gonna drop them. Let's come into a child's pose. We can bring our toes together, bring your knees wide to the sides of the mat, and let's come down. We want to push our butt onto our heels and then push out. Oh baby, oh baby. Forehead to the mat. Let it all go. Anything that you were stressing about, anything that doesn't make you feel good, breathe in and then let it all out. That's right, we don't need it. Feels nice. So let's come onto our backs. Brucey, why don't you come over here? Thank you. You'll be my assistant. Show them downward facing dog. Can you do downward facing dog for them? Want to do downward facing dog? He doesn't know what I'm asking him. He's just a good boy. He's just a good boy named Brucey. I know. Okay, so for our last kind of balancing out pose, let's do plow pose. This can be, I would say probably like intermediate in a sense, but again, you could do legs up the wall. That's so what we're going to do is we're going to bring our legs up and we're going to stabilize our legs in the air. If you want, you can go to a wall and just put your legs, you could put like a cushion underneath your butt and then bring your butt all the way to the wall and put your legs up it. Oh, it's just so wonderful. And then it brings a lot of the blood flow back down to like your head, and it just feels really wonderful, and it releases a lot of tension from your back. Look at this boy. Like, this is where he's like right here. He's crazy. He's crazy boy. Okay, so we're gonna breathe in and we're going to bring our legs up and we're going to tuck our shoulders underneath as if we were doing bridge pose. And we just want to bring our hands underneath our butt, or on our lower back. We're gonna kind of stabilize our legs up in the air as such. Then, going into plow pose, we're going to slowly and controlled bring down our legs around our head. No pressure should be on the neck right now, just FYI. And then if you want, you could kind of bend your knees. Oh. And it just feels really, really wonderful to kind of let go. Maybe strange, I don't know how this looks on camera, but it feels very good. Okay, let's bring it back up. And then we can let it down gently. Oh, that was nice. Look at, I can't believe that he's right here though. Like, he's not even over here. He's just right in the middle. Oh, funny boy. All right, we could cool down. Let's do a spinal twist. I'm actually gonna move my mat out a little bit. Sorry, Brucey. He's like, but I love that position, all curled up right between you and the couch. It's okay. So let's take our right leg and cross it over our left. We could pick up our butt and kind of bring it to the right side of our mat, and then just drop our legs to the left. Oh yes, oh yes. Bring your head over. You could bring your arm out. You could, if you can, you could grab your big toe and take your left hand and just kind of push it on your knee. These spinal twists are like my fave. Okay, we can release. Bring it back up. Then we can cross our left over our right, pick up our butt, bring it to the left, and drop it. Oh wow. Yeah, I feel that one. Oh, everything's so tight. And then again, you want to grab your toe for a bind. It's okay. There's some. I have no idea what they're doing on there, but it sounds crazy. Okay. So, let's come into our seated position. Stop banging. It's just wild. Put our hands on our heart center. And say your mantra. I hope that you have your mantra. Namaste. Love you guys.